Hi. Welcome back. I've decided to do a different kind of video today. I realized I haven't made a video about God in a few days, and quite a few. Like, it's been a while since I made a video about God. So I just decided to go ahead and make a little video talking about him just for a moment, hopefully encouraging you if you have a walk with him or whatever. But let's just get started. Okay, so I just want to bring to your attention that the Bible talks about what the last days are going to be like in this world, and right now there are a lot of things that are going on in the world that the Bible speaks of, and it seems like it's all happening exactly how they say it's going to happen. They say that people are going to be lovers of self instead of lovers of God, and they're not going to love anything good. They're going to be disobedient to their parents. They're going to just do they're just going to do all of this stuff that is selfish and evil and narcissistic, and it's just, I haven't actually read the whole chapters of what the last days are going to be like, but just from what I've read of it a little bit, it's like, yeah, this stuff is going on today in real life. I mean, you turn on the news and you hear about all these school shootings, and you hear about all these school shootings and you hear about all these people just saying all this dumb stuff, and then they're always trying to back it up with some kind of a mental disorder that they have. And like I said, I haven't read the whole chapters or anything, but from what I heard, it said that in the last days, people are going to be really, really sensitive, and they're not going to want to hear the truth. It's something like that. And I find that very ironic, because every day you turn on the news and somebody is getting offended by something that someone said, and they're always retweeting everything and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sincerely sorry. I didn't mean what I said." And it just gets on my nerves like crazy. It's like, you either meant it or you didn't. Just forget about it. And I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with being sensitive or anything like that. You know, having sensitivity is a good thing because it helps you empathize with other people. But people are really getting out of hand with their sensitivity. I mean, you can't even say just a little bit of something to someone without them getting offended or taking it the wrong way. And yes, I'm that way sometimes too, but I try to remind myself that maybe it wasn't meant to come off that way or whatever. But yes, I do think people are a lot more sensitive these days than what they've ever been. And not only that, but there's a lot of transgenders and gay people, and you go on Facebook and on the news and everybody's talking about how they're gender confused. Or I actually saw a thing on Facebook today, and somebody posted it and said that you should stop calling your baby a he or a she because they're not old enough to choose their gender. And I thought to myself, this is a joke, isn't it? I mean, come on, are we really that stupid? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I have anything against gay people or transgenders. I'm just, like I said, I wrote a book about a transgender. So obviously, I'm not, you know, discriminating against that or anything. But it is really, really getting out of hand the way people are just. It's like, are people really transgender, or are they just doing it to get attention, or I don't know. It's really none of my business. That's between them and God. They need to handle it with God, and it's none of our business. But I'm just I'm just trying to let you know that it's really starting to affect a lot of people. And that's another thing that the Bible talks about. I know nobody wants to hear this, but being gay is a sin. Dressing up like the opposite gender is a sin. And I know nobody wants to hear this, and I'm not saying that God doesn't love you because you're doing these things, but it is a sin whether you want to admit it or not. And, you know, everything else is a sin too. So, whatever. you know, being gay is a sin, gluttony is a sin. There's all kinds of things that are sin that we're all doing. But a lot of people are just really afraid to tell people the truth today because they're afraid that they might come off as judgmental, or they might seem like they don't care about your problem. And I understand that we need to be understanding and compassionate with people, but we don't need to be afraid to tell them like it is, or to tell them what the Bible really says about all of this, and hopefully encourage them to maybe, they might not be able to change their ways, but they can at least try to understand why it's wrong and why they shouldn't do it. And maybe they can try to change it if they want to. But we just, we need to stop being so sensitive to the truth and stop acting like the truth is a bad thing or that it's hurting us, because it's not. The truth shall set you free, and we need to stop being afraid of it. I think that's the only way we can ever truly be happy, is if we just admit that what we're doing is wrong and we need to stop doing it. Now, this thing that I'm talking about, it's not just about gays or transgender. It can be anything. I mean, everybody is sensitive to everything these days. I mean, you can't tell people to eat healthy or to lose weight because they think that you hate fat people or you're fat shaming them, and you're not. I mean, it's up to them if they want to lose weight or not, but you know, the truth is, if you keep eating whatever you want and you keep gaining all this weight on purpose, and you end up getting sick and having all these diseases, then we can't just lie and act like that's a good thing just because we don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't even want to get into that, but you guys all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the whole point of this video is, in the Bible, it talks about what the last days are going to be like. And just like all the preachers are saying, Jesus is coming soon. And just like Joyce Meyer always says, well, in the old days, back in the 70s or whatever, they thought Jesus was coming back soon then, but it didn't happen. And Joyce said, well, if they thought it was soon back then it's definitely a lot sooner now, so we need to start living ready. So that is my encouragement to you today. Just start thinking about all of this stuff. Just start thinking about it a little bit deeper than what you were before, and just ask yourself, do I want to go to heaven? Do I want to be with God? Do I even believe that God is real? And you just need to figure it out. You need to just find something to encourage you to live a better life and to get ready for what is to come after this life is over, because once it's over, you can't just go back and change it. So, I don't know what else to tell you. All I can tell you is this world is going to come to an end someday, and nobody lives forever. So I don't know about you, but when I die, I want to make sure that I'm going to the right place. So I just thought maybe that might be a little encouragement for you. So, thanks for watching.